the government is doing about this lack. Honorable Speaker, this does not start at TVET colleges or university level. It starts right at school level, where many of the programs that are required by industry require the knowledge of mathematics and science.
Please ask the question.
This country is lacking these as well. And what is the government doing about it? We are aware that the
Honorable Member, you are almost at 2 minutes. Please ask the question.
I've asked 2 questions. What is the
Actually, you're allowed 1. But that's fine, but please.
It's the lack of qualified lecturers and qualified teachers for mathematics and science.
Honorable Deputy President.
Honorable Speaker, the key question and issue that Honorable Msimang raises is the question of alignment. And where he says that we need to align the demands of industry with what is taught at our various institutions. And I can say that through the human resource development strategy, that's precisely what we are seeking to do through our TVET colleges, through community colleges as well, and indeed also looking at what is taught at a much higher tertiary level. We are encouraging, and we're working on this fervently, encouraging the private sector to partner our TVET colleges, and in a number of ways to also adopt those TVET colleges, and doing so will enable our lecturers to sharpen their wits and their knowledge against what the private sector participants who will come to their colleges to assist in spreading knowledge and experience will be able to offer. And we have found that where this is happening, we are able to get our lecturers to be exposed themselves to the world of work, themselves to be exposed to modern methods of teaching certain disciplines or subjects that are relevant to, say, industry. And this is where the interface between industry and the teaching staff is able to be so well synchronized, where the teaching staff in these institutions know what the industry requires on an ongoing basis. Now, this is taking place as we encourage the relationship to deepen and to spread between colleges or TVET colleges as well as industry. Now, at the school level, Honorable Msimang will know that our Department of Basic Education is involved in a huge process of helping to improve the knowledge base of our teachers, and many of our teachers are taking this up enthusiastically, supported by various other formations like their unions. Our teachers are continuously improving their skills. You'll be pleased to know that many of our teachers, or educators as we call them, are actually actively improving their own qualifications and getting degrees and getting master's degrees and honors degrees with a view of improving their knowledge base, and in a number of cases in maths and science as well. This is a development that we should be pleased about, because the legacy that we have had has been so bad that we've had to embark on remedial actions in getting many of our educators to improve their own knowledge and capability in these very critical subjects. So is work being done in this area? The answer is yes. We are moving along. We are not standing in one place. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Sope.
Thank you, Speaker. It's me. Deputy President, there is a misdiagnosis rooted in this question as well as in your policy that we do not have jobs or labor absorptive industries because of skills. The people who build majority of the things that we consume don't even have matric. The Vaslabs, the teaspoons, the Vascoms, these mics, televisions, and cell phones. So the true reason why we are not able to give jobs is because the people who carry the money to come and create those factories don't have confidence in your government because your government is corrupt. Perfect example, how do you explain selling your stake in Telkom to go and reward Dudu Mieni in SAA? Now, the problem with that is Telkom controls the DTT infrastructure. They control our cell phone and telecommunications infrastructure. The military intelligence equipments that they use rely on Telkom. You go sell that to the majority of which are Americans. How is that a rational decision for any country that cares for its sovereignty? Selling it, why? To go and save an incompetent, corrupt board in SAA. So the real reason why we are not being able to create jobs is because the people who've got the money for the labor absorptive industries don't have confidence in your government. Is it rational, please, to sell the stake in Telkom in order to save SAA? Answer it directly. SAA is less meaningful in relation to Telkom. It's embarrassing actually to even hear that proposition.
Honorable the Deputy President.
On a point of order,
I probably missed the question. Honorable Khatebe, point of order.
yes, this is a different question from what is there on the table.
Indeed.
Please.
Speaker, I told you that this guy's job is not even to read.
Order.
It's just orders, irrelevant orders.
Honorable Ndlozi, please take your seat. Honorable DP, do you have any appetite to engage with what Honorable Ndlozi was saying?
I have an appetite to engage with him when it comes to the diagnosis that he was outlining. In relation to the rest of the point that he was making, I think his thinking may be a bit misaligned. But it is on the diagnosis that I would like to engage him, because his argument is the people with the capital don't want to come and invest in labor absorptive industries that will make teaspoons, Vaslaps, and Vascoms. What I find pleasing with that is that he recognizes that many of these things ordinarily are made by our people. Our people have a skill base to be able to make, yes, teaspoons, Vaslaps, and all that. And the reality of the matter is that our country's economy has been built by those very people that we are talking about. And the issue of those with capital not wanting to come is a debatable matter. There is money in this country. Yes, companies are sitting back and not investing for a number of reasons. And one of those touches on the point that you're making. There's a political uncertainty that they have raised. They've also raised regulatory uncertainty. And these are matters that, Honorable Dr. Ndlozi, we are addressing and have to address so that those with capital and the capital that we also can mobilize and leverage can be brought to bear to create those industries. Because I listened to you very, very carefully with your insightful contribution yesterday when you were making precisely the point you're making, which in my view was very progressive in saying these are the industries that we need to be creating and absorb the majority of our people. I couldn't agree more with you on that. And as regards that level of diagnosis, in part I agree, but I also say that we need to look at the matter more broadly as we absorb the majority of our people and mobilize local resources. And money is available here. And of course, Yesterday, you were saying there's no foreign direct investment. There has been foreign direct investment in a much bigger way for South Africa than it has been for the rest of the continent. So we've been absorbing and attracting quite a lot of FDI in this country, and we continue to do so. So we are able to mobilize resources, and all we need to do is to focus on those types of industries that you're talking about, which speaks to the reindustrialization of our economy. This is precisely what this side of the House has been talking about, that we need to industrialize the economy of our country, create labor-absorptive sectors. On that, I'm with you completely. The other matter which has to do with, say, for instance, a telecom. This is a matter that I would like us to debate here in this House. And I would like you to get ready to discuss this matter if and when it does happen. You say it's a secret. If and when it does happen to arrive here in this House, we should debate it. And it is in that regard that we should be able to discuss this matter. Thank you, Madam Speaker.
The Honorable Bukwa.
Thank you so much, Speaker. Deputy President, it is common cause that SETA training is unlikely to generate jobs for graduates at the rate that universities and TVET colleges would. Do you, Deputy President, simply put, support the shutting down of these corrupt SETAs and taking those billions and generating them to better education institutions to ensure that graduates have employment and the majority of unemployed youth in South Africa can have an opportunity to better the circumstances of their lives?
The Honorable Deputy President.
We will admit that some of our SETAs have been facing challenges. And some of the challenges have had to deal with precisely the point that you are raising. But it does not finally mean that shut down a system that was set up to advantage young people.